Hi friends, welcome back to my new lecture. In this particular lecture, we are going to see the next problems on the performance of IC engine. Last time we have seen a first problem, and before that we have seen these are the formulas. Now this problem we have solved last time, right? This particular problem. Now we are going to start with next problem, and for this also we are going to use a formula which we have already discussed in the previous lectures. Now let's read the problem and write the given data. How to write a given data, that already we have studied in the previous lecture. If you have not seen a previous lecture, I request you to go through my previous lecture or previous problem on the performance of IC engine. Let's read the problem carefully. Test on a single cylinder 2-stroke oil engine. So it's a single cylinder, so number of cylinder is equal to 1, and a 2-stroke, when it is a 2-stroke, the small n is equal to 1. If it is 4-stroke, the small n will become 2. Okay, the single cylinder 2-stroke oil engine having bore of 18 centimeter. Bore we denoted as the diameter of cylinder, and diameter of cylinder is given to you 18 centimeter. This centimeter we have to convert into meter, so it will become 0.18 meter. 0.18 meter. And stroke is 36 centimeter, so stroke is denoted by L. It's a 36 centimeter given to you, and if you convert into meter, so it will become 0.36 meter. So you know that all dimensions we convert into meter, so that's why we have converted into meter. Effective diameter of brake wheel, so it's related to rope brake diameter, rope brake dynamometer. This particular information is related to rope brake dynamometer. So rope brake dynamometer means what you are knowing. So if it's a rope brake dynamometer drum, on the drum we attach the load over here, that's weight we attach, and on the other side we are having a spring balance reading as like this. This is a rope brake dynamometer which is used to determine brake power. So effective diameter of this drum, I will write a diameter of rope brake, so I will write dB, that is the brake dynamometer, which is equal to 1.25 meter. dB means what? Brake diameter. Okay, net load on the brake, so load that we denote by W, it's 1236 Newton. So load is given to you 1236 Newton. Average speed, the speed of the engine is also given to you. Speed of the engine is 226 RPM. Indicated mean effective pressure, so that is what called as a PI. Indicated mean effective pressure, it's a 7.5 bar is given. That bar must be converted into kilopascal, so it will become 7.5 into 10 raised to 2 kilopascal. That's the kilopascal. Calorific value is given to you 42,000, so CV calorific value is 42,000 kilojoule per kg. 42,000 kilojoule. Fuel consumption, mass of fuel consumption is 3.5 kg per hour. So let me write on this side now. Mass of fuel which is consumed, it is given to you 3.5 kg per hour. So that kg per hour we have to convert into kg per second by dividing 3600. By dividing what? 3600, we have to convert into the kg per second. Okay, so mass of fuel given you in kg per hour, and that we have to convert into kg per second by dividing 3600. So if you divide by 3600, so it will become 9.7 into 10 raised to 4 into 10 raised to minus 4 kg per second. That's the mass of fuel given to you. Okay, determine what we have to find out. Let me write what we have to find out. To find what we have to find out, let's write a first one. First one is mechanical efficiency, so we have to determine mechanical efficiency. Second, what we have to determine is indicated thermal efficiency. I write ITH, indicated thermal efficiency. Two are the parameter we have to determine. First is mechanical efficiency, second is indicated thermal efficiency. Let's go for the mechanical efficiency first. So let me write a solution. It's very simple problem. If you understood previous problem, this problem is quite easy one. So let me write first what I have to determine. I have to determine mechanical efficiency. What is mechanical efficiency? Mechanical efficiency, brake power divided by indicated power multiplied by 100. That's the simple formula. Mechanical efficiency is brake power divided by indicator power into 100. But I don't know brake power, I don't know indicator power to determine mechanical efficiency. So first of all, let's go for brake power. How to determine brake power? Brake power is a 2 pi nt upon 60 into 1000. That's the simple formula. Why this 1000 is included? In order to convert brake power into kilowatt. So whatever answer you get from this, the brake power will be in kilowatt. Brake power will be in kilowatt. So in this formula, 2 is constant, pi is a constant, n is given in the problem. Torque we have to determine. How to determine a torque? Torque can be determined by the formula arm length into force. Arm length into force, that I will write on downside direction. This is constant, this is constant. So I have to determine a torque. What is the torque? Arm length into force. That is the simple formula to determine torque. What is the arm length now? Here you can see that the diameter is given. The arm length is from center to this particular distance. Center to this distance, that is what called as arm length. So obviously arm length will be brake diameter by 2. That's the arm length. What is the brake diameter given to you? 1.25. 1.25 is the brake diameter. So divide by 2 if I make it, that's arm length, and load is 1236. Load is what? 1236 Newton. Okay. So let me write, it's 1.25 by 2, that's arm diameter by 2, into force. What is the force value given to you? The force value given to you is 2 force value, just a minute, 1236 Newton. Okay, so if you determine this, the torque will be known to done. This particular value, the torque value comes to be 772.5. 772.5 unit will be Newton meter. So torque we have determined. Why we have determined? I want brake power. So brake power is equal to 2 pi. What is the n? Speed is given to you in the given data. Speed is given to you 2 to 6. Speed is given to you 2 to 6, 2 pi n t. T is what? 772.5, 2 pi n t by 60 into 1000. So you will determine a brake power, and brake power value comes to be 18.28 kilowatt. That's the brake power. That's what the brake power comes to be. Okay, so we have determined brake power now for indicated power. Now for indicated power, I am going to use a pressure formula, that is PLAN upon 60N into NC. Now we are determining indicated power, and that's why it will become PI, that is indicated mean effective pressure. From this formula, I want to determine indicated power. I should know other terms. Indicated mean effective pressure is given in the problem. Stroke length is given. Area we can determine from the diameter. N is given. This is given and this is given. So all the terms are known except indicated power. So let me determine PI. What is given PI? It's 7.5 into 10 raised to 2. Correct. So let me write 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 2. Stroke length. What is stroke length given to you? Stroke length is given to 0.36. Diameter is given 0.18. So it's a 0.36 into area. Area is pi by 4 d square. D is what? 0.18. Just now we have seen it. 18 into RPM. What is the RPM given to you? RPM is 226. So it's a 226. 226 divided by 60. Small n is equal to 1 into number of cylinder is also equal to 1. So you have to assume that this is multiplied by 226 into multiplied by 1. So this is the indicated power. Simply you have to calculate by using calculator what is the indicated power. Let me check. Indicated power value should come 25.86. 25.86 kilowatt. That's the indicated power. Now I can determine mechanical efficiency. How we can determine mechanical efficiency? Mechanical efficiency, brake power divided by indicated power. What is brake power? Brake power is 18.28 kilowatt divided by indicated power 25.86 into 100. So mechanical efficiency, what is the mechanical efficiency? Comes to be 70.6%. That's the mechanical efficiency. That is what the mechanical efficiency. Okay, So we have determined first unknown which is asked to you, that is mechanical efficiency. Now I have to determine indicated thermal efficiency. That's quite simple now. Determine indicated thermal efficiency. Indicated thermal efficiency formula is indicated power divided by mass of fuel into calorific value into 100 to convert into percentage. Okay, that is the simple formula. Now what is indicated power? Just now we have determined indicated power is 25.86. so let's put 25.86 divided by mass of fuel. What is the mass of fuel? We have determined mass of fuel is 9.7 into 10 raised to minus 4. 9.7 into 10 raised to minus 4 into calorific value. What is calorific value given to you? Calorific value is going to be 42,000. So it's a 42,000 which is given in the given data, multiplied by 100. So it's very simple to determine ITH. ITH can be written capital or small. So indicated thermal efficiency, if you calculate, it must come 63,000. It must come 63,000. So these were two unknown that determine indicated thermal efficiency and determine mechanical efficiency. Okay, thank you.